everybody. It is I, Michael Brody, with another Mind Sight Hypnosis talk show right here. It's wonderful to see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My crowd was a little bit late. It's good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well on a Tuesday. In fact, this is going to be the very last Tuesday for a little while. We're going to go back to Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Facebook on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm very glad because I'm glad to go back to what we were before. And if this is your first time listening, if this is your first time listening, we would love for you to chime in and say hello. And I did see from the live chat, we have my big brother on the line. And Dennis Ridgway is in the house. Hello, Dennis. I hope you're having a good day. And it is the great Dennis Ridgway. It is. We're very glad that he is here. Right now, that's about it. But I'm glad we remember you can be on Facebook or we're on YouTube live. So either way, I would love to hear from you. So make sure you just chime in with your first name, and I will be glad to say hello. Well, what has been going on and what is going on in the lifestyles of a comedy hypnotist for this week has been very, very busy, but it is not going to be as busy as it will be coming this month, this next month, which is May, and that starts. That's right. Let's see if I can get it here. I think I can. Please, can you give me a drum roll? That's right. We're going to be doing a lot of all night parties, after prom parties, private shows. This is going to be a crazy month for Michael Brody, comedy hypnotist, and something special coming up next month. Also, we will talk about that a little bit later on in the show, and I'm very, very excited and pumped up to talk to you about that. And I've been waiting for a couple of months to actually finally announce it. And we will talk about that soon. So, what else has been going on? Well, it just so happens I had a wonderful learning experience today at Kearsley High School. And I was honored to be asked by Brian Potts, one of the world famous hypnotherapists, and he went to a high school to do a seminar, hypnosis seminar, and he was very, very pumped up, and he asked me if I wanted to mentor him, and I was very honored with that, and it's a very honored thing to do, and I appreciate that. Thank you so very much, Brian. But what was so interesting, and I was telling Brian about this afterwards when we were going to lunch. I was talking to him that literally it might have been a learning experience for him, but it was also a very much learning experience for me, and we'll talk about that later on too. Tomorrow, I will be at Grand Blanc High School, and very, very pumped up about that. Next week, we will be at Reeth's Puffer, which is in Muskegon on the other side of the state. Very, very excited about that too. Now, I want to go back and talk to you about what happened today. So today, I went to Kearsley High School, and I get to be in a position where I've been a veteran of doing hypnosis, and very, very pumped up about doing hypnosis. And so when someone asked me to be a mentor to him, and kind of to look over his show, because we were doing kind of like a show, and it's an honor. It really is an honor. But I also think about it, and I go, you know, there's not many times that a hypnotist, such as me or as Dennis, we get to watch other people and kind of help with their show. Usually, you're focused so much on your show and how your show is doing and how you can improve on your show. You forget that everybody is different. Everybody has a different kind of personality when they're performing. Some of them are extremely outgoing, like me. I'm crazy, and some of them are more on the quieter side, and that's fine too. The thing is that I have to remember that just because something works for me doesn't mean it would work for other people. So I have to think what a hypnotist would do in that situation. And that's what kind of brought me to this situation and this talk is that I am learning as much as anybody else is that you when you first start out or when you're first starting, you're not only learning your craft, but you're also developing your style. And as you develop your style, it becomes part of you, becomes natural. Now I've got a lot of videos that prove that. And we're going to look at that in a second. But what's so important to do is to videotape yourself. And as you videotape yourself and watch exactly what you're doing, you actually can see and experience the things that you didn't necessarily see when you were actually performing. In other words, you're looking outside into the box instead of inside out. So as you look at yourself, you realize, oh, maybe I could have stood behind the chairs, or maybe I was standing in front of the people, or maybe I didn't place these people where I needed to, or maybe I veered from what I was supposed to do. And it's very interesting to see these things. So I get to kind of look at it, and there were some things I absolutely agreed with Brian, and Brian did a fantastic job, and there were some things that needed to be improved on. But you know what's amazing about that is that it was his first try. It was his first seminar, and being his first seminar, no one, including the great Michael Brody, does a great seminar in the first time. There's always at that learning mode, and so that's where Brian was too, and he was in that learning mode, and we discussed it over lunch, and I said afterwards, I told him I was going to put, because I videoed it, I'm going to put this on Dropbox so he could look at it himself and he can analyze his show. So I think that's very helpful, and I think it's very, very important, especially for people who are just starting out, to watch yourself to see exactly how you are. So here's my personality. I'm going to show you a quick. No, I'm going to show you a video on my personality and how I connect things and where I differ from a stage hypnotist. And I do honestly call myself a comedy hypnotist. Why? Because I connect things, I make things funny, I interact. That is my personality. And different people, again, have different personalities and they utilize that in their show. And if they don't, they should. So there you go. All right. So this is my personality right here. Here we go. Rapid fire. Watch. Try it. Make two of them. Go closer to your forehead, watch what happens. Okay. Okay, let go, let go.
Don't stop, keep going. And the crowd goes crazy. That was really good. Ready? Watch, here it goes. Did you feel it? Yeah. Oh, that was weird, wasn't it? Yeah. Go to her, tap her in the middle of the forehead, say the word sleep. Watch what happens. There she goes, she's out. Wow, Amanda. Oh, you got the power. Yeah? Go to everybody really quick. Go to everybody really quick. Go. Unbelievable! Amanda, look at what you just did. You hypnotized shh. Focus on just you, please. You want to be hypnotized too, right? You know what to do. Go for it.
Okay, so I realize it's not showing. I just realized that. As I'm looking at myself on live, I realize it wasn't showing. I don't know what's going on with that. It is the really weirdest thing. Hi, everybody, people coming in. I do appreciate you all being here. People on YouTube, thank you for being here. If you're just coming onto the channel right now, please say hello and tell me your first name, just so I know you're here. I don't know why the video didn't work. We're going to try this video right here. Hopefully this video will work because it is a promo video. Hopefully this works. Let's try this.
Put them up to your face, look through them. Can't you see him walking around with what does it say? Flemmo tastes great. Here we go.
Flemmo, it tastes great.
Ooh, I like that. And here comes that first swallow. You know your name?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Bernard.
Say it again.
Bernard.
Say it like you know it.
Bernard.
I'll bet you $5 you don't know it.
Sit.
Bet? Stand up. What was your name?
Shit.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Tell everybody who I am.
Paul McCartney.
Hello. Hello, I'm Paul. Paul McCartney. Hello. Pleasure to meet you. That leads to your door. Oh boy. Just like that. Okay, so did you catch that, Tim? I'm sorry, did you catch that?
Yes.
I'm sure you did. You have a young lady on your shoulder. What do you think about that?
I love it.
Good. It's okay, because you really had two. Hi. Sleep. Yeah, just like that. Now what do you think?
Even better.
Tim, you have two young ladies and a Christian. Sleep. What do you think about that?
I'm not sure.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Consider AFH, America's fastest hypnotist.
Okay, that worked better. I can see it now. I saw it on my Facebook site, so that worked. That I'm very glad about. Hi, Felicia. Felicia is a first timer. Hello, Felicia. Yeah, I don't think she's a first timer. Anyways, I'm glad you are here. We were just talking about what we were talking. People, by the way, if you are someone who I have not talked to yet, say hello, please. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, we were talking about practicing on and mentorship and how it's really important to video yourself to see the things that you can do. And also, each individual hypnotist are different from each other. And because we're all different, we all have different personalities and different styles. And if I'm mentoring somebody, I can't mentor somebody in the style of me because I can't compare it to me because that is not right. But the thing is that I've never really done something like that, and that's the reason why I do that. I compare it to myself, and then I get frustrated or angry because they're not doing it like me, but they shouldn't. They should do it as themselves. So they're developing themselves. Now, you actually happen to have seen a promo that I just did, and that promo was for the America's Fastest Hypnotists, which is Scott Houghton and Michael Brody, and we will be actually at the Thumb Coast Theaters right over here. Let me see if I can just a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to try and move that. Let me see if I can lower that down. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Anyways, we're at the Thumb Coast Theaters. There's Scott. There's my name over here, and Scott on the bottom. We are actually going to be at the Thumb Coast Theaters, and we're actually going to be doing a theatrical show. We're very, very excited. It's our first show that we're going to duo together. The show dates is May 23rd. It's at 8 o'clock, $30 per ticket. If you would like to check it out, there's a QR code to buy tickets, and it is they are running out quick. We're a month away, and looks like we have about almost a third of the house sold. So make sure you get your tickets while they're still available. It is a laugh fest. It is going to be very, very funny. We're going to have some more fun things about that later on. So make sure you check that out. It's wonderful to see everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. And I am just opening this up a little bit more. There we go. Excellent, excellent. So it is a wonderful thing to actually work with other people. Now, I don't know if Dennis, that you have actually have mentored other people. If you have, I'm always very impressed. And I'm always very impressed with you anyway. But if there's any other hypnotists that have actually mentored other people and have run into that situation where you got to remember that these people who are becoming stage hypnotists have their own kind of personalities. What do you do in that situation? I'd love to know. Very, very interested. So talk to us about it. So, what else is going on? The First of all, Felicia, I hope everything is well with you. I hope you're doing wonderful. Let me see if I can get live chat again. There we go. I hope everybody is doing well over there. I hope Jerry's doing well. And um, uh, Dennis, I don't know how many shows you are doing this year. Hopefully, Dennis is getting back into the style of it, and we're very, very proud of him. Very, very happy that he's getting back into it. And if there's other hypnotists that are out there, if you are interested in hypnosis, or if any of you have any questions about different styles of stage hypnosis, the difference between stage hypnosis, please make sure you write it in the comments, or just shoot me out an email, anything like that. We would appreciate it. So in case you did not hear this is my last Tuesday to do Mindsight Hypnosis. We're going to go back on to Monday at 7 p.m. And very happy that we're going back on Monday at 7 p.m. We're going to find some new guest speakers, some guest interviewer, or no, I'm the interviewer, interviewees. And we are going to get things going. And of course, we'll have brand new uh, dad jokes from Felicia, the world famous Palladino dad jokish person. And so I'm looking forward to that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going to actually, because I was literally talking about the videos and things that we already did. We already talked about basically everything I wanted to talk about. But if there's anything that anybody's interested in, I do have, looks like I have about another 8.5 minutes to go, or I can just end it right now. I do want to bring up a situation though. That thank you for reminding me. Thank you, people. Oh my gosh. Thank you, people, for reminding me all these different things. You all are so amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That cheering made me forget. No, no, no. I remember. I remember. We're talking about. We're talking. If eventually, we'll be putting videos on new videos that we've done that I have done for my seminars coming up, and especially the one coming up tomorrow too. Um, but there was a situation that happened today that was very interesting for a new hypnotist. And that is, how do you know when to send someone back? And how do you know when to keep somebody? And you really got to think of a whole bunch of different things all at the same time, especially if you're new at it. You got to think of the script that you're doing. You got to think if the people are under. You got to think of who to send back. You got to think of uh, being able to give suggestions and people listening to them. Um, it looks like it looks like Dennis has a big show coming up on June 19th at a concert hall called The Alley in Washington, Missouri. That is fantastic. Great. I'm very happy for you, Dennis. I hope it's extremely well attended. I hope you make a lot of money and but mostly having a lot of fun at it. But again, Dennis, it would be very interesting to pick your brain too. Is how do I mean, we've been doing it for so long that it comes natural, it comes automatic to us. But when someone's starting out and doing a seminar or doing a show, they have to think of who's the right person to pick, where should they sit, are they compliant? They need to be compliant. We need to establish rapport. All these different things. Mr. Stage Hypnotist. Hello, Mr. Stage Hypnotist. Hey, go hello. Mr. Stage Hypnotist just got on. I don't know who Mr. Stage Hypnotist is. Mr. Stage Hypnotist, can you give me a first name? I would appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here. And we have a gong for you. There you go. That was your gong. Congratulations. It is. Hey, I love it. Now I figured it out. It's Jesse. Jess, you put a big smile on my face just by typing in Jesse. Now I know who Mr. Stage Hypnotist is. Jesse. I just want you to know I'm sorry you missed a couple of things, but we're talking about a new hypnotist, being a new hypnotist and trying to prioritize different things about who to keep on stage when these hundreds of people come up on stage and want to volunteer for your show, and who is compliant, and who establishes rapport the best, and who's the best using it of their imagination, and how do you establish that, and doing this all as a new person. It is extremely hard, and that's exactly what happened today as I was mentoring somebody. The person sent back a person that should have stayed on stage and kept a person who shouldn't be on stage. So they got a little bit tongue tied and a little bit nervous about things, and they invited me up to help them out. And the first thing I did is I sent the guy who he kept back to the audience, and then I brought up the person who literally he sent back and did a speed induction and hypnotized him. And I could tell these things literally right from the beginning, right from the beginning of the show. I could tell, but I was videoing the show for him, and at that time I couldn't talk to him because he was focusing on his show. So, but when he opened it up for me to do it, I did it. And after lunch, I explained, as I was having lunch with them afterwards, I explained exactly why. And why it's so important to video yourself, because you get to see these little situations that you actually put yourself in if you don't do these things. Originally, he put his iPad right next to the one of the end people, and I told him before anybody came in that literally you have to move this iPad because this is a danger to the person who's sitting on the end. And he didn't really realize that. But when it's presented to you, you go, oh, I could have had a V8. That makes perfect sense. So that is a very, very good way to do it. Um, Jesse goes, how do you tell when the people to keep? It's the ones that listen to me, or it looks like a question mark. The ones that listen to me. I thought I would think so too. Yeah. Jesse, everybody listens to you, especially on the fourth Tuesday at 12 p.m. Listening to Jesse on Aisha Radio is a very good thing. You're welcome for the plug there, Jess. Anyways, speaking of plugs, I'm going to do it one more time, and I am going to plug my show that is coming up in a theater. I'm actually doing a theatrical hypnosis show, and it is called America's Fastest Hypnotist, May 23rd at 8 p.m. at the Riverbank Theater in the Thumb Coast Theaters. Love for you to join us and the house happens to be going quite fast. Even if it's a month away, we actually have a third, almost half the house, almost half the house gone. So we're doing really, really well. I'm very, very impressed, and we're talking, and the house holds about 200. So we're very, very excited about that. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you very much for being here. It has been always, as usual, it is always a pleasure to see everyone, especially when you chime in. That is always a pleasure. I love when you guys say hello to me, and it's always a great thing. So remember, I am going to be on next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are getting things ready to go. And so you guys take care. And if you have any questions or anything you're curious about that you want to talk about on the show, or not necessarily you, but you want me to bring up on the show, please leave comments. I would appreciate it. I get them all the time, even after I'm done. Please do me a favor, like the video on YouTube. Please share the video on YouTube, and please do whatever the other thing is. I can't remember. Hit like, hit subscribe. That's it. Hit subscribe. I couldn't remember what the other one was. Anyways, I hope to see you all another time. You guys take care. We will see you again, but this time we'll see you on Monday. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.